following is a video presentation of the Helena World in association with the Barton School District. Welcome to Barton Championship Volleyball, covering the 2022 Lady Bears volleyball team under the leadership of Coach Chaston Carpino. Barton Championship Basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. Watch the exciting game action from Barton Gymnasium every week as the Lady Bears face the very best in high school volleyball competition in their quest for another state tournament appearance. And you are looking live at the Barton Gymnasium. I'm your host, Rick Kennedy, and we're here for another edition of Barton Championship Volleyball. And if you can hear the background behind me, my goodness, it is somewhat deafening. Today's opponent for the Barton Lady Bears are the KIPP Blue Hornets. And they, of course, that'd be KIPP Delta. Now, next week, the Barton Lady Bears have two against KIPP Blytheville. But this is KIPP Delta, and this is early junior high action we are seeing now. And the score is 10-10. So this has been another kind of toss-up game for the Lady Bears. As you can hear, a lot of energy and a lot of buzz around the gymnasium today. This is a Thursday contest, Thursday, October 6th. And we have KIPP about to serve. Well, now the referee signals that Barton is serving, and Barton promptly serves into the net. The score is now 11-11. Now, as I understand it, the KIPP team is in the white jerseys with the blue lettering, who you're seeing now, and on the other side of the court, of course, is the Barton Lady Bears in their familiar maroon jerseys with black trim and white letters. So this is early junior high action we are watching here. And as always, the Helena World appreciates you watching the Helena World channel, which is on YouTube, and also the Helena World on Facebook Live. And we have a break in the action already, but both teams, both coaches talking it over. The last time we were here in Barton Gymnasium, of course, the Lady Bears won an exciting contest against the team from Forest City, the Forest City Lady Mustangs, as they were called. And Barton beat them pretty handedly, both in junior high action and in high school action. KIPP Delta, as I appreciate it, is going to offer a much sterner test for the Lady Bears. And we have a good crowd in here thus far. We got about 60 folks in here for this early game. We expect a few more as the evening progresses for the senior high competition, which will happen momentarily. But right now, this tight contest is 12-11, and Barton is in the lead at this moment. We will see if they can hold on to that lead, but it looks like a tight game. Kind of looks like one of these games that we have with Barton, that it's just back and forth. And certainly junior high action can be that way sometime. And a number of people walking by the broadcast position here during the break, but I think we're about ready to start action again. I haven't heard an official notification or something from the referee yet, but we are waiting. In the meantime, I will remind you that on Friday night, the Helena World will be presenting another edition of DeSoto Thunderbird football. But right now we have volleyball action. This is KIPP Delta playing the Lady Bears. And I must say, and you can probably hear this in the background, KIPP Delta certainly brought a enthusiastic contingent into the Barton Gymnasium this afternoon. As you can hear the roaring in the background, a very enthusiastic crowd and following for KIPP Delta here today. And you can probably hear there's a lot of chatter going on in the background. The coach talking to the players talking to themselves. That's another point, by the way, for the KIPP Delta Blue Hornets. Or in this case, I suppose they're the Lady Hornets. 14-12. The Lady Hornets have been very formidable at this point. Although the referee has awarded that point to Barton, so now it's 13-14. Barton has 13 and is about to serve. KIPP Delta has 14. Scoreboard says still says 14-13. I haven't seen an official notification yet from the official. Okay, there's the serve there. So Barton is serving. We also have the Barton police with us today. That gentleman just sat here next to me. It is 15-13, and in case you can't hear that in the background, my goodness, that is an enthusiastic following that KIPP Delta has brought over. This game is a bit of a treat as well, because we have two teams from Phillips County playing. We don't have that very often. And KIPP Delta is awarded the victory. This is junior high action here. So they are finishing up. And apparently KIPP Delta has won this series of games. And they are sure enthusiastic. So now I would anticipate we would see the senior high teams come out and see the senior girls. Normally the custom is there's a warm-up period in between the junior high game and the senior high game. And during this warm-up period, this is where we normally see the teams do warm-ups and stretches. A few weeks ago, we saw one of the teams actually do a dance as their pregame warm-up, which was most unusual, but I guess different teams have different styles. And there appears to be some sort of an announcement about to go on. And the official has left the official's position up there on the stand. So we expect to hear some kind of proclamation. Not entirely sure what this is about. Barton still has 2 more home games next week, and we will be here to cover them. Both of them against KIPP Blytheville. Now, this is KIPP Delta, and they're, of course, based in Helena, downtown Helena. And this is kind of a Phillips County matchup here in the volleyball. And we don't see that a whole lot. Well, apparently they are honoring the seniors and having a series of announcements and applause. So at this point, this will be a good stopping point for us to have our first break. So let's hear from our commercial sponsors. That would be the Bell Clinic and Reggie Murdoch for State Senate. We'll hear from them, and we'll be back with more Barton Championship Volleyball. Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. The Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. And you are looking live at the Barton Gymnasium here on the campus of Barton High School. And we are kind of in between games at this point. We're watching a bit of a ceremony. I guess they are honoring some senior players here tonight. Even though Barton has 2 more home games on the schedule, I guess they're doing it tonight before the big crowd here with KIPP Delta. We will shortly, I would presume, see the senior girls play. But right now we still have the ceremony going on. The Barton Lady Bears, last time we looked, had a 6-5 record. It's been an up and down season for the senior Lady Bears. And my goodness, there is There is a roar of the crowd there. They are certainly excited about the young lady they are honoring right now.
Alexa's played volleyball for 5+ years. She has played setter and outside hitter. She wears the number 10.
And apparently, again, this is a highly regarded student on both sides, judging from the literal roar of the crowd we just heard.
I would also love to thank Coach Watson and Coach Martin for being my coaches outside of school. For listening to our team, I may have said some things, but it was all out of love. I love y'all. Number 10 out.
Okay, and apparently what they're doing here now, I'm told, is they're honoring seniors from both teams. And I guess that's because, again, KIPP Delta is down the highway in Helena, and so they're honoring their seniors as well. Thus, you're hearing the very loud response across the gymnasium. We've got about 60 people here, give or take, at this hour. And we are, again, standing by for these ceremonies, and momentarily we will have senior high action between these two teams.
We will love and miss you deeply. We will miss your personality and spirit. You are more than just a teammate to us.
And for the record, KIPP Delta won the junior high games, the last part of which we caught as the video was getting started. That would leave Barton with a record of 8-2 for the season. Again, you hear the roar of the crowd in the background. Again, a very enthusiastic crowd showing up on the KIPP Delta side, the Lady Blue Hornets. And again, they are honoring their seniors as well as, again, I was advised here a few minutes ago, and as we see on the screen, again, that's KIPP Delta wearing the white uniforms, the white jerseys with the blue numbers, and the Lady Bears are in their very familiar maroon jerseys with white numbers and with black trim. So that's where we stand. And we are still waiting now for the official clock to begin, the intermediary clock that kind of goes between the two games, as we await the senior high game here.
All right, heads up in the stand. There's a special surprise for our student section.
It's nice to see a good crowd here, though. Nice to hear the excitement, and again, good to see the enthusiasm expressed. A lot of the students are wearing very colorful shirts, by the way. You may have seen that on your screen as well. Bright orange, bright green. So apparently there is some sort of spirit function going on here as well. So while we await the senior high girls to come out and participate, we're going to take one more break. Okay, they are throwing out shirts to the various students. Again, these very colorful shirts, bright. They're almost like highlighter colors. They're very bright orange, a bright pink, and a bright green. And they apparently threw some of these shirts out to the student section a few minutes ago, as we observed. Again, good to see the enthusiastic crowd and the people getting into the volleyball games. But now, let's see, we do have, I believe that's KIPP Delta out on the court now, doing their pregame warm-ups. So we will take another break and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more Barton Championship Volleyball. World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. The Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. And you are looking at the Barton Gymnasium. We are here on Thursday, October 6th, and we await the senior high game between the Barton Lady Bears and the KIPP Blue Devils, or Blue Hornets, Blue Hornets. And it appears to be a bit interesting now as I'm watching the warm-ups. The KIPP team appears to be wearing now all blue jerseys, kind of a navy blue. And earlier, the KIPP junior high team we saw was wearing white jerseys with blue numbers. This team that's out on the court now is wearing blue jerseys with white numbers. And then across from them, you have the Barton Lady Bears. Or maybe that's also KIPP Delta. I'm not told which teams are practicing which, but they're in these very colorful shirts again, as we made reference to. Now, I don't believe they're actually playing in these outfits, but there's a yellow, there's a hot pink, bright orange, kind of a greenish yellow, and certainly a whole lot of enthusiasm. That's for darn sure. KIPP Delta, we don't know a whole lot about them today, although they did win the junior high game, so they have certainly gotten off to a good start. And a volleyball rolls past our broadcast position here. So we kind of have this interesting mismatch of jerseys out there. We still have a group of young women out there with these very bright, colorful jerseys, and then we have a group of young women out there in what I would assume to be the traditional KIPP Delta blue with red numbers is what I'm seeing now, as I saw one of the players up close. And this may be a very interesting game, particularly if that is in fact Barton with those bright jerseys over on the other side there. I guess they have these jerseys especially for this game. And it does appear from the sidelines over there that the bright jerseys are the ones that belong to the Barton Bears. And so I'll stand corrected. The bright jerseys, which is the yellow, the hot pink, the bright yellow, the orange jerseys that you see generally on your left side of your screen as you're watching this, are the Barton Lady Bears. On the right side of the screen as you're watching this, in dark navy blue jerseys with red trim, is the KIPP Delta Lady Hornets, or Blue Hornets as they're known. Now off to the side here, we have our Barton policeman still sitting with us. And sitting probably about 10 feet away, we see looks like Coach Spencer Adams and some of the football coaches. And I assume from that there is no football game here tonight. If you recall, on some of these Thursday night webcasts that we do, from time to time there tends to be a football game as well, junior high football game. But it looks like tonight we've got the whole sports scene to ourselves. There appear to be about 60 or so people in the gymnasium, maybe a few more than that. Of course, these are two Phillips County teams. KIPP Delta is based in downtown Helena. Of course, Barton out here at Walnut Corner, kind of straddling the line between Barton and Lexa. And this is certainly a beautiful facility that they have. And we are still counting down to tip-off time. I guess the ceremony with those seniors that we saw earlier apparently has delayed the start of the senior game and delayed proceedings. So we will take another commercial break. We will hear from our sponsors. And again, that would be the Bell Family Clinic. And they are also in Helena. And also Reggie Murdoch. He is currently a state representative. He is running for state senator. And so his campaign is also a participating advertiser for this game. And we appreciate their sponsorship. So we'll return in a few moments with more Barton Championship Volleyball. Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. The Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. And we are live here at the Barton Gymnasium. I'm your host, Rick Kennedy. The Helena World has been pleased to bring you this series of contests on various webcasts. In addition to doing Barton Volleyball over this fall, we've also had DeSoto Thunderbird Football. DeSoto, of course, is the defending MAIS champions, and we've been covering their home games along the way. And if you happen to be watching this late on Thursday night, or if you're watching it Friday, later on Friday night, we will also have the DeSoto Thunderbird football on the live cast. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, of course, we appreciate that. You can also watch these games on the Helena World's YouTube channel, and they get uploaded as a replay as these games end here. So both Barton Volleyball and DeSoto Football, you can see them in their entirety on the Helena World's YouTube channel. So if you're happen to miss some of the action here, you can always catch it in replay, and we replay the entire games as they happen, so you don't miss a minute of the action. Right now, team warm-ups are still out there. Now, again, we see the ladies in the colorful jerseys, and I have to assume this is Barton at this point. I hadn't been advised that this was any particular special game, like sometimes with the Arkansas Razorbacks, for example, you have an all-red game, or what they call a red out. Penn State, which is another prominent college football team, they're famous for a whiteout for certain teams in Happy Valley. You've also had instances of blackouts. Again, people wearing all black. Here they just have these pastel colors. Orange. Again, that's either a green or a yellow. And they look very reminiscent of pastels, or really reminiscent of what you see with highlighters. You know, they look like highlighter type colors. There's an orange over there as well. So the warm-ups are still continuing, and I would presume we would have action start momentarily, or in the next 2 minutes certainly, as we switch over to our remote camera. That may give you a better overview of what I'm seeing and what we're talking about with the young ladies in the colorful shirts. And again, this is the Barton Lady Bears, and they are playing the KIPP Delta Lady Hornets. And I guess if we make the assumption that the Lady Bears are in fact now the team we're watching and in the colorful jerseys, I presume they're going to wear these during the regular contest. And then we will have KIPP Delta in the navy blue, the dark navy blue jerseys with the red numbering. Those jerseys, as I saw one of the players come past me a few minutes ago, appear to have also some white trim on them. Now, Barton, I'm not entirely sure that they have numbers on these colorful outfits they're wearing, or if they're just kind of going with the flow here on this one. And again, a ball just kind of zoomed past us here at the broadcast position. We're always a little bit wary of that. A few weeks ago, we were doing a game and got our broadcast position literally knocked out by a couple of volleyballs for a few moments. But we continue on, and we have our 2 cameras here, so if technical difficulties should occur, we will switch to the other camera and try to make sure that you see all the action.
Either way, because they were shutting the game down, either block, not giving us a lot of time.
Again, I'll note this too, and we do see the official now taking her position at center court and ascending the ladder there. KIPP Delta has brought over an extremely vocal and enthusiastic crowd to the proceedings today. So it's always good to hear enthusiasm at these sporting events. But these guys are really enthusiastic. You can hear them well on this microphone, and I'm probably about 50 feet away from them, or the broadcast position I'm at. Okay, well, I see Barton out on the court, and what I see now is that the Barton is in their familiar maroon jerseys with white numbers and black trim. KIPP Delta is in the navy blue jerseys with the red numbers and white trim. And as I suspected, I guess the official had them remove the colorful shirts, or at least for now. They're in their conventional uniforms, and I suspect that's because the uniforms have the player number on them. And right now, the early score in the senior high game is 1-1. And the official just awarded that point to KIPP Delta. So it's 2-1. KIPP Delta just seems to have a formidable team. It's 3-1 now. And KIPP Delta has control of the serve. Three to 2. And my goodness, you hear the excitement in the background. And a few more people have come into the gymnasium since we started. I would guess now there's probably 80 people in the gymnasium at this point. And it's a 4-3 ball game in favor of Barton, the Lady Bears. 5-3 now. It is 7-3, and the Barton Lady Bears establishing an early lead. We haven't been used to that from them, but they certainly are taking the fight to KIPP Delta in this one. 8-3 now, and the Barton Lady Bears on a bit of a roll. 8-4. The official signals that one for KIPP Delta. You can hear the enthusiasm in the background. But you get this kind of crowd involvement when two Phillips County teams meet. It's 9-5, and we have our first time out of the game. So Barton has still held on to the lead that it's established. And we will take this moment to compliment the job that Coach Chasten Carpino has done with this group. She is in her second year, and they're looking for a second state tournament appearance. Although I've got to say, this is as enthusiastic as I've seen the Barton crowd throughout the season. We've done several of their games now, and I got to say, this is as loud as it's ever been in Barton Gymnasium, at least this year. It's 10-5 in favor of Barton, and Barton has the serve. Ten to 6 now, and KIPP Delta is preparing to serve. And that serve appears to have gone awry. The official awarded that point to Barton. It's 11-6. Okay, that point was awarded to KIPP Delta. It's 11-7. And again, a highly enthusiastic crowd here. Coach Spencer Adams just walked past us here at the broadcast position. Of course, he is the head football coach and athletic director at Barton High School. (11-9) now. And KIPP Delta preparing to serve again. They're in the middle of a mini comeback here. That serve appeared to have gone into the net, so now Barton has control. And it's 12-9 in favor of Barton. (12-10), and this is kind of taking the appearance of a back and forth game. KIPP Delta preparing to serve. (12-11), they've closed to within a point. And remember, Barton at one time had a 5-point lead on these guys. And that point is awarded to KIPP Delta. And my goodness, with enthusiasm too, my goodness. 12-12 tie. 13-12 now. The Barton Lady Bears, and they prepare to serve. And the ball flings over here next to the broadcast position. And that's not a good thing if you're serving. So it's 13-13 now, another tie. KIPP Delta with a fine serve. Gives them the lead now, 14-13. (15-13), and now KIPP Delta establishing some distance. Okay, it's 14-15 now, so the Lady Bears made a stand. Lady Bears getting set to serve. It's 16-14. KIPP Delta is maintaining that 2-point lead, putting a little bit of pressure on the Lady Bears. (15-16) now, and Lady Bears now have the serve. These two teams fighting back and forth. Okay, that point was awarded to the Barton Lady Bears. It's 16-16 now. You have the feeling this game might be one that goes down to the wire. (17-16). The Barton Lady Bears trying to assert command. Well, at 17-17, the back and forth nature of this game showing itself. You know, this could be one of these games that go down to a 20-20 tie. Right now it's 18-17. Barton Lady Bears about to serve. And Barton is at 19 now. 19-17. As you hear the vocal contingent from KIPP Delta. (20-17) now. Can the Barton Bears put them away? 21-17. Very much a football-like score. Looked like there was some miscommunication on that setup by KIPP Delta. But the points awarded to Barton, it's 22-17. (23-17). And Barton has an excellent chance to win this game. (24-17). Barton can put it away right here. And that's the game, 25-17. Barton gets ahead in this series, wins the first game, 25-17. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with more Barton Championship Volleyball. The Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. The Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. And we are back at the Barton Gymnasium on the campus of Barton High School. We're watching more Barton Championship Volleyball. This is game 2 between Barton and KIPP Delta that we're about to see. Barton won the first game 25-17, and Barton takes the early lead 1-0. As we switch back to our remote camera, and Barton has the serve. You know, that last game was close, but overall Barton did somewhat dominate, and that proved out in the final score. And certainly they proved me wrong. I thought KIPP Delta would get at least 20. They were held to under 17 or at 17. Right now, though, volleyball action going on. And the ball wanders over here at the broadcast position again. Barton has the early lead 2-1 in this game. And our policeman walking around the court again. He appears to be looking around for somebody, so we'll keep our eyes on him as well. In the meantime, Barton has a 3-1 lead, and Barton is preparing to serve. Okay, that one just went straight through. Gives Barton a 5-1 lead now over KIPP Delta. Barton now expands their lead to 6-1 in this game 2. Barton now 7-1. Okay, that point awarded to KIPP Delta. Here's their chance to get back into the game. It's 7-2 now. But that one goes into the net. Gives Barton an 8-2 lead. And this is about as big a lead as Barton has had in any of these games thus far today. 9-2 now. Barton expanding the lead. Okay, the referee awards that point, I believe, to KIPP Delta. But that was an outstanding effort by both teams. Okay, the referee awarded that point to Barton as well, so it's 10-3. Barton's got a huge lead at this point. Another outstanding volleyball effort. But that one goes to the Barton Lady Bears. It's 11-3, and they expand their lead further. (12-3). The Barton Lady Bears continue to expand their lead. And in fact, the KIPP Delta coach has called timeout. He's trying to reassure his team. They have fallen behind in this one. And my goodness, if Barton should happen to win this one, KIPP Delta will be in a real hole. As we have this break, though, again, we are coming to you from the Barton Gymnasium, Barton High School. This is the Helena World's continuing series of webcast. Barton Volleyball. We also do DeSoto Thunderbird Football, and you will see them about 24 hours from now. But right now, the Lady Bears of Barton in firm control of this one. It's 12-3. Okay, well, the referee appeared to have awarded that point to KIPP Delta, so they will prepare to serve. Well, KIPP Delta gets a surprise point there. It's 12-5. (12-6) now. Wondering if KIPP Delta is going to make a bit of a mini comeback here as they did in the previous game. It's 12-7 now, and KIPP Delta putting together a bit of a run here. The Lady Bears at times has shown a propensity for having these servers make runs on them. We're seeing that again, 12-8. I mean, when you consider just a few minutes ago, the Lady Bears had opened up a sizable lead. It is now down to 3 points. And I believe Coach Carpino called that timeout. And she certainly needs to talk to her women and get them calmed down or reorganized or whatever it is she needs to do. But they are in the middle of a 6-0 run from this very fine server doing the job for KIPP Delta. This is game 2, by the way, of the senior high series. And we're back with more Barton Championship volleyball. We appear to have some kind of technical difficulties here again. And we experienced this with our remote camera the last time we were here. To bring you up to date on the score, the Barton Lady Bears are winning 18-11. It's now 19-11. And if Barton can win this one, they would certainly be in the driver's seat in the series. In high school volleyball, you only need the best of 5. And that is 3. Barton has 1 already. If they can get number 2 here, they would certainly be in a great position. Although right now, KIPP Delta has the ball. Has the serve, pardon me. It's 19-12. (19-13). So KIPP Delta again trying to come back, and we saw this in the last game. Well, now that point was awarded to Barton, though. It's 20-13. And that point now awarded to KIPP Delta, so it is 20-14 now. KIPP Delta still has a big hole to work out of. 20-14. And that point was awarded to KIPP Delta as well. So now they're kind of in a mini run, 20-15. And you may have heard the coach there say, close the gap. It's 21-16. Now 22-16. Can Barton put them away? Kind of reminds you the last score was 25-17. It's 23-16 now in this one. Can Barton score 2 more points and close this out? Well, the official awards that one to KIPP Delta. And we're right back where we were the previous game. It's 23-17. Can KIPP Delta make a comeback? Barton wins that point. It's 24-17, and this is exactly where we stood during game 1. Barton scores this point, they win game 2. But that serve goes out of bounds. So now it's KIPP Delta's turn with the game on the line. And Barton wins again, 25-18 over KIPP Delta. It was another interesting game, but Barton held firm, and Barton now holds a 2-0 lead in the best of 5. If Barton could win this last game or this next one coming up, it'll be 3 in a row. It'll be a sweep for the Lady Bears. So we're going to take a commercial break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more Barton Championship Volleyball.
Volleyball
is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you. The Helena World's presentation of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. And we are back with more Barton Championship Volleyball. We were able to revive our remote camera, so that's good news. And so you can get a better view of this Game 3. And if Barton should win this Game 3, they will win the entire match. And everybody finishes up early. And right now, Barton, in fact, takes the early lead 1-0 over KIPP Delta. There's a big buzz here at the Barton Gymnasium. KIPP Delta won that point, though, so it's 2-1 in favor of Barton. It's 2-2 now, and pardon me now. They've switched the scoreboard. They are now calling it 2-1 in favor of KIPP Delta. So they've got some early momentum in this game. However, if they expect to expand the game, my goodness, they need a victory somewhere if they're going to continue. And the scorekeeper now has corrected the score to 2-2. And Barton is set to serve. And Barton scores the point. So it's 3-2 now. Barton Lady Bears. It's 4-2. The Barton Lady Bears trying to open up a lead now in this third game. And this could be a deciding game. It's 5-2. You've actually seen this where Barton has gotten off to a couple of rather sizable leads. It's 6-2 now. And in the end, these sizable leads have worked to Barton's advantage. And that point awarded to the Barton Lady Bears as well. It's 7-2. Remember the last game, I believe they got off to a 9-2 lead. And it's 8-2 now. In the background, you hear the very vocal crowd from KIPP Delta. And now you hear the partisans from Barton hollering back. Nine to 2 now, Barton, and this is where they were last game. Ten to 2 now. And Barton really asserting opening up a huge lead. This is even bigger than the lead they had in the previous game. Our remote camera appears to be frozen or stuck, so we'll go back to the action from the other camera here. So we have KIPP Delta serving now. It's 11-3 though. They are deep in another hole. Twelve to 3 now. Barton Lady Bears. They are playing outstanding volleyball. Well, as soon as I say that, KIPP Delta scores the point, though. So it's 12-4. Still a sizable lead for Barton, though. Now it's 12-5. And we've kind of seen this pattern before where KIPP Delta kind of makes a mini comeback. And we're going to attempt to revive our remote camera again. Okay, and we're back with more Barton Championship Volleyball. We were working on reviving our remote camera, and again, we have it back working now, it appears. And Barton is serving. It's 14-7. Barton still has a sizable lead, but KIPP has a way of chipping away at them. But can they chip away enough? Okay, it's 15-7 now. And we have the Barton Lady Bears preparing to serve. – 15-8. So that point was awarded to the Lady Hornets. I may have called them the Lady Devils earlier. They're actually the Blue Hornets. Well, that point was awarded to Barton. It's 16-8. Barton maintains a sizable lead. This is game 3. And if the Barton Bears should win this one, and far be it from me to jinx them, well, they scored that point at 17-8. If Barton should win this one, they'll have 2 wins in a row in their pocket. Remember, they beat Forest City last time we saw them on Tuesday night. It's 18-8. And I would have to say that Barton is firmly in the driver's seat. Okay, now the scoreboard blinks 19-8, so they really are in the driver's seat. Okay, the referee awards that point to KIPP Delta. That ball apparently flew out of bounds. So it's 19-9. And this may be KIPP Delta's last chance to accomplish something here. But that serve goes awry, and now Barton's been awarded a point. It's 20-9. (20-10). Barton is still in good position, but they were serving for the game there. Now KIPP Delta is serving. Well, that point awarded to KIPP Delta. And we may have suspected that they may have tried to make one more run here. But they've got a long way to go. And that point goes to Barton. It's 21-11 now. And Barton could be serving for the game soon. Okay, it's 21-12. KIPP Delta hanging in there. And we've seen where these games have ended up, 25-18, 25-17. It's 21-12 now. It's now 22-12. That serve went out of bounds. And we've got Barton serving for the game again. You can hear the crowd in the background. Again, a very enthusiastic crowd here at the Barton Gymnasium. And right now, let's see, there appears to be some kind of a delay. Barton should have the serve. The score is 22-12. We are in game 3. And I'm not entirely sure what the holdup is here now. I cannot tell from my vantage point if someone has been hurt or some other incident has happened. But there does appear to be some sort of a delay. And maybe we'll take this instance to catch you up on the developments, although I hear the ball now, so maybe we're going to have action here momentarily. Or maybe not. Let's see. Okay, she does appear to be ready to be in her service position here. There's the whistle. And let's see who they awarded that point to. Well, a bunch of people are standing around. I'm not entirely sure where the delay is. We had Barton serving for the game at 22-12. Game action, though, appears to have stopped, and there's been no official timeout that I'm aware of. The official remains at her post, and you can see her over on the far left in this camera angle, but the official is not really notified us of anything here. Okay, we'll go to our alternate camera angle for a moment, but I'm not so sure that we see anything but the two teams standing around. Although the official appeared momentarily ready to leave her position. So we have some highly unusual circumstances here in the final minutes. And maybe we take this opportunity to, again, thank you for watching the Helena World and its series of webcast on volleyball and on also DeSoto football that we do. And it appears now, let's see, it appears that KIPP Delta is serving. They have not reflected that on the scoreboard yet, though. Still says 21-12. There's the official whistle. Okay, it's 22-12 now. And now we have Barton serving for the game, presumably. (23-12), Barton closing in. They win this one, it'll be 2 in a row. And I'm talking about the game last Tuesday that they won over Forest City. Well, now that ball goes astray, so it's 23-13. But the Barton Lady Bears are on the edge of taking this in a clean sweep. (23-14). But this may be a case of too little, too late for the KIPP Delta Lady Hornets. (23-15), though, they're going to make a run. And Barton scores that point now. It's 24-15. They can score here. They can win it. Well, that one flies out of bounds, makes it 24-16, and gives KIPP Delta a little bit of life. And that concludes this game at 25-16. And that awards the victory overall to the Barton Lady Bears. And that will end this particular match. The Lady Bears prevail over the KIPP Delta Lady Hornets. And it was very similar to what we saw in the junior high game at the end. Barton swept them as well. Or pardon me, I think KIPP Delta won the junior high game. But that is the end of the high school game. And we see the people starting to clear out of Barton Gymnasium. It was certainly an entertaining evening. Barton now wins 2 in a row. of Barton Championship Volleyball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The Bell Clinic, specializing in family medicine for all of Phillips County. This webcast also brought to you courtesy of Reginald Murdoch for State Senate. Reggie Murdoch running for State Senate, District 9, with 12 years of public service working for you.